There's many good reasons to play Garuda. Forced bleed, best claws in the game, and a very good endurance potential. And I always liked using her, but with Lua's Prey my build changed, and quite radically. Varuna's third ability, Lycath's Hunt, is pretty good when it comes to maintaining health and energy on a lot of frames. Slapping Equilibrium with it pretty much comes by default, but there's one thing melee frames and builds can make use of, and it's health conversion for a lot of armor. Garuda can make use of that on a whole other level, and as of now I'm not familiar with any other warframes that can do this. And we'll get to that. But first I'll address the obvious part of the build. With Lycath's Hunt active, all melee kills have 50% chance to spawn health orbs. And when you're brawling your way through the endurance, that means you keep that health conversion up, even if you keep taking damage. Because there's a delay to losing a stack of health conversion when you take damage, doing what Garuda does best and slashing through mobs will ensure you get more than enough orbs to replenish stacks before they go away. That means that with health conversions 3 stacks in Arcane Guardian, we are looking at about 90% damage reduction. So while the shield from her first ability is directional, you don't really have to worry too much about taking damage, as it won't be much and health orbs will replenish it. The unique part that Garuda brings to the table is her ability to strip her own health, and she does it so by not dropping health conversion stacks. Some might know where this is going, and it's quick thinking. When she's down to 2 HP, she can't take health damage, so she'll never lose stacks of armor. This part of the build is something I use in less threatening missions. I build up health conversion, strip my health down to 2 HP, and just tank it with Garuda's huge energy pool. Since we can use Lycath's Hunt at any time, it means we can replenish those stacks if we happen to lose them. Picking up a random health orb and not noticing that before you take damage can make you drop some armor, but depending on the mission level, that might not be a problem. These could possibly be 2 builds, but I stuffed them in one build and I don't feel like there's a sacrifice to doing that. Not with shards anyway, as you can free up mod slots to do almost anything. So her build looks like this: quick thinking, flow, health conversion, little bit of ability strength to cap out 100% bleed chance with her 4, and a little bit of duration to help with shield duration, and that's about it. Equilibrium is there mostly because Lycath's Hunt, but you can use your third ability to make energy instead. I choose to do it this way. Adaptation works amazing with so much armor and does scale with quick thinking. I use 3 shards to get my health up because I run Mobilize and Prime Surefooted. Also 1 shard for some casting speed, since in Endurance we do use her abilities quite a bit. You can put Prime Surefooted in Exiler slot and use Health Mod there if you don't want to put any shards in, but if you want to add 1 extra over what I did, then I'd try doubled effectiveness of health orbs. For Arcanes, it's Guardian to reach that very high armor value, and Arcane Strike, and that's there to free up a mod slot on Garuda's Claws. On Claws, I mostly run this build, which is more for mid-tier fights, but it's viral with Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds, Condition Overload, range, more range, and critical damage. Adding so much range works great because these claws have the highest base range. For Endurance build, Viral goes out and Shattering Impact goes in, and in that case the last mod can be attack speed, so we can put something like Arcane Fury on Garuda. Because what we do a lot in Endurance missions is priming enemies, and what other thing to use but Kuva Nuker. There's more than one reason to use it with this Garuda build, and it's because ability duration of Lycath's Hunt can be extended if you bring down enemies who are affected by 5 or more status effects. With Radiation as base, Magnetic as a Lich Elemental, and a build for Viral and Heat, that's 4 already. Kuva Nuker has its own unique status, the Microwave status effect, but that does not seem to count towards extending Lycath's Hunt. Thankfully, Garuda is known for overwhelming enemies with bleeding, so using this Kuva Nuker combo with her ensures that you get to wipe a lot of enemies while fulfilling those requirements of 5 status effects. If you desire so, Lycath's Hunt can last forever, using her 4 on large groups of enemies. Tapping Nuker for some priming and then slashing with her claws makes this build so potent, and I'm loving it. And that's basically how all this works. In Endurance, it's pretty much how we do it anyway, but in quicker missions, that 2 HP gameplay is slightly different. After casting Lycath's Hunt, getting your health conversion stacks, stripping your health to 2 HP, and letting the ability expire, there's a bit of micromanagement to it to watch out for your health, because now your energy is your health, and your energy is your energy, and energy leeches are very dangerous, and Ancient Disruptor is good night. But Eximus enemies being generous with health orbs definitely helps towards not worrying about it too much, except for Ancient Disruptors. Do not do this with them around. With so many similarities between most frames that Pablo created, it's no wonder that abilities we can swap between them are fitting so well. And I'm sure this probably isn't the best build that Garuda can pull off, but it's damn fun because it's so unique. No other frame can do this. Only way to strip your health down is by using Hammer, and that's kinda how in theory any frame could do this, but it would be rather painful reloading that many times to get it down to 2 HP. But Garuda does it oh so smoothly, and once again, I'm loving it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.